Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how robotic I am affirmations rearrange reality and manifest miracles. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. I have a big video for you today. A few days ago, we released a video on the membership channel, and we presented a 7-day manifesting challenge with the affirmation that it's perfect, that I'm perfect, that everything's unfolding perfectly. And we did a pretty powerful video and lesson around that. Well, I want to present this challenge to you, but I want to talk about this today because we're getting reports of miracles. Even from some of you on the channel are commenting that you immediately went into the 7-day challenge and started seeing all sorts of miracles, things unfolding in your life. Well, I want to talk about this. A couple conversations that I had, we got some emails. It's really amazing. So I want to talk about this whole idea, this whole discussion that I got into about robotic affirmations. This one subscriber said, well, Tom, I've never really seen a video where you talk about robotic affirmations. Well, I have talked about them, and I talk about them all the time, even in the context of you telling your story, right? I just don't always call them robotic because sometimes that creates the resistance that I'm affirming like a robot and nothing will happen out there because I have no feeling with the repetition. Some of this sometimes comes up, but remember, and he said, yeah, he goes, I know all the channels talk about him, all the coaches talk about him. And he goes, honestly, Tom, it did feel like blah, 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 the idea of robotic affirmations. Well, they're only blah, blah, blah if you're assuming that I am not the person I desire to be, unless you're making that assumption that I am not. That's when they feel blah, 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 right? And here's what he said. I love the 7-day challenge. It's perfect. So much to share. I'm literally shaking up reality, right? And he said, your channel started out like a daily robotic affirmation. Then when I looked up, I realized everything's unfolding perfectly. It's perfect. I like this idea that he said that he did. He said it's sometimes the same message feels robotic. But remember, it's powerful. Repetition and emotion are two things that maybe every spiritual teacher, every coach talks about, the idea of repeating and feeling the emotion. But remember, you are source energy. You are that emotion. You don't have to conjure anything up. That's why the repetition is powerful, but it's only powerful when it comes from that idea that I am, right? Not I am not, but I am, and then yes, repeat it. So we're going to talk about this idea, and we're going to extend this challenge to the channel, the public channel as well. I am perfect, it's perfect. That 7-day manifesting challenge that we covered in a really powerful video on the membership channel, the 2-word mantra that changes 3D circumstances instantly. Remember, you're always speaking to and as God, whether you feel it or not, right? I am, you're speaking to and as God, as that great I am, source, all that is. You're speaking as that one energy, that one emotion, that one awareness, that one consciousness that creates and shapes worlds, right? And remember in The Chosen, when Jesus was sending the apostles out, 2 by 2, to do works and wonders, to do miracles. And one of the apostles says, I don't feel any different. And Jesus, your I am awareness, says, I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. In other words, I don't need you to feel it to affirm great things. I don't need you to feel anything to affirm great things. That's the idea of robotic affirmations. Jesus, your I am awareness of being, because you are all emotion. You are source. You're already that energy in motion. Your core vibration already is love and gratitude and fulfillment. So this is powerful. I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. I don't need you to feel anything to affirm that you're great, to affirm that your wishes are fulfilled, to affirm that it's perfect and it's all unfolding perfectly. Because that is the truth of reality. This is powerful. Remember, you're not separate from the great I am. You're the center of it. It's on the contrary, you're the center, individualized center of God consciousness, of the great I am, of that self-aware intelligence, of all that is. You cannot divide up God. You are one with God, right? That's why Jesus said, do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? In other words, you're not just a part or a portion or an aspect of God. All of God is within you, all power, all knowing, right? That's why Jesus said, the words that I speak to you, I do not speak on my own authority, like I'm somewhere out here, but the Father who dwells in me does the work. The Father is within you and you're in the Father. That's what John 14:10 is saying here, right? I am not that which I desire to be is an attempt to divide up God. So yes, the affirmations will feel robotic and ineffective when you're saying, I am not that which I desire to be, because that's an attempt to divide up God. But as you say it as that center of God consciousness, then those robotic affirmations become powerful creation tools to shift reality and manifest whatever you want, right? That's you creating. That's powerful. That's the Word of God. Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? The words that I speak to you, I do not speak on my own authority as some me out here, but the Father who dwells within me does the work. That's powerful, does the works. Remember what Neville Goddard said. God did not break up I am and give each one of us a portion of himself. He gave each one individually his whole being. Wow. I am cannot be divided. I am cannot be divided, right? That's the great holographic nature of all that is. That's why they call it the great I am, right? Wherever God is at all, the all of God is. And the all of God is present. That's what omnipresence means, right? Therefore, if that's true, if wherever God is at all of God is, and wherever you are at all of God is, and that's omnipresence, then that means that all of God's power, all of God's knowing is also present. That's what it means to say omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. You're all powerful, you're all knowing, and you're everywhere all at once. That's what that all means. That's powerful. Because when you speak or affirm, God, all that is speaking through you and as you, and you through him and as him, you through God and as God, right? Your word creates and manifests instantly. It's all here and now. That's why robotic affirmations are so insanely powerful, right? But because of your 3D physical focus and sense of separation, the word, the affirmation, or the story that you tell requires repeating. That's why. It doesn't mean it, God doesn't require you to repeat it. The subconscious doesn't require you to repeat it. Everything's impressed when you say it. Do you see it? It doesn't reject anything. It's not that it just lingers out there not impressing the subconscious. Everything is received and is included and part of the subconscious. You're the one that requires repeating because of that sense of focus and separation in 3D reality. That's all, right? And as you get more aware of yourself as all that is, it requires less repetition. You know who you are. That's why we do a video every day, so it drops down there, right? It becomes your state of being, this knowing, right? This is powerful. God, so it's you that requires the repeating, right? That robotic. God or your subconscious doesn't require anything. God says yes and heard you the first time. Reminds me of that movie, Jerry Maguire. You had me at hello. God, you had God at hello. Right? God already said yes. You require it because you always have that sense of I am not. like the centurion, right, in the healing of his servant. I am not worthy to have you under my roof, but just say the word. Just say the word and repeat it. Right? Repeat it. You are source energy. Don't worry about feeling it. Right? Like Jesus said, I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. The feeling's there already. If you feel it, great. If you don't, repeat it anyway. It's perfect. It's all perfect. Right? Faith, I am of the centurion. Remember, I've talked about this story. Lord, I'm not worthy that you should come under my roof. It's that sense of separation, that sense of limitation, right? Unworthiness. Unworthiness comes from that sense that we're apart from God, that we're separate from it, that there's a God, but it's outside of us, right? God is within you and you are within God, right? But only speak the word and my servant will be healed. Right? In other words, my perception of reality will be healed. My perception of myself, I'll see myself as whole, complete, or perfect. I am perfect. It's perfect. That's the idea of that 7-day challenge, right? Just say the word, right? Because that underlying sense of separation, limitation, and worthiness, repetition is powerful. Because of that sense, like the centurion servant, I'm not worthy that you should come under my roof, but just say the word. Right? And my servant will be healed. Just say the word because of that underlying sense of separation, limitation, and unworthiness. Repetition is powerful. Whether you feel it or not, whether it's robotic or not, you are source energy. You are that emotion. That's powerful. So just really unpacking this today. So God, your I am awareness doesn't need you to feel anything, doesn't need you doesn't need you to repeat anything. You need it, right? To affirm great things. Just say the word and say it over again if you're feeling that sense of separation. Be willing to believe. Like the centurion, just be willing to believe. The centurion was willing to believe. I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but I'm willing to believe it. Just say the word. Do you see it? I'm willing to believe. Right? I'm going to suspend disbelief and just believe. With my limited and narrow perception of reality, with my sense of limitation and sense of separation and limitation, just say the word. I'm not worthy because of this narrow perception of reality, because I'm physically focused. Right? Because I have that narrow focus, but just say the word, but just repeat it anyway. Just say it. You had me at hello. I'm not perfect. I'm perfect. It's perfect. I'm perfect. I am perfect. It's perfect. It's all unfolding perfectly. So powerful, right? You're instantly shifting, changing, bending, and rearranging reality, whether you believe it or not, whether you feel it or not. Just say the word. You're changed. Reality's changed in that affirmation. The whole idea of robotic feels like we didn't change it the first time. It's changed the first time. God heard you. God got it. God said, hey, you had me at hello. You had me at hello, but that's okay. Keep repeating it because I know you're focused in on this 3D experience, right? I know you have that sense of separation, but just be willing to believe and say it again. So the affirmation or mantra, in other words, the robotic affirmation or otherwise, robotic or otherwise, shifts you to your imagined end instantly. It allows the middle to be the middle. What's the middle? The middle changing thoughts, feelings, events, people, and circumstances as you occupy your new identity and reality. That robotic affirmation, whether it's robotic or otherwise, doesn't matter. That affirmation, that mantra, it's perfect. It's unfolding perfectly. I am perfect. It allows the middle just to be there. It moves you to the end instantly. Underneath the changing thoughts and feelings, underneath this changing middle, this idea of I am not, this sense of unworthiness that I'm not worthy for you to come under my roof, is the absolute conviction, a truth of I am. This is what the centurion knew. Your source, your energy and motion. I am not worthy, I'm not worthy, but just say the word. You had me at hello. How robotic I am affirmations rearrange reality and manifest miracles. I give you a 7-day challenge to everybody on the channel, right? Not just the members. Follow that challenge. Look at everything as perfect. Say I am perfect. Repeat it, be it, and watch how miracles unfold right in front of your eyes. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on our Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, our TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of the membership channel. We have a live stream this coming Sunday. Yes, exciting. May 26, 2024 at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to come to you live. It's going to be our 5th live event of the year. I'm going to come to you live via the Be Something Wonderful membership channel, and I'm going to be answering your questions and touching on topics that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Keep the topics and suggestions coming. I'll also answer questions directly on the live stream, directly at the live event on the chat. So if you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, just check out the link below. And the video that we released just a few days ago on that mantra, on that 2-word mantra that changes everything. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness. Until next time, we'll see you soon.